here we see we have the integral of tangent to the fifth x secant to the third x dx. When we've seen tangent before, we thought of its derivative as secant squared, and we could think of splitting off a secant squared. But the problem with that when the power on the secant is odd is if you split off a secant squared here, it's going to leave you an odd power of secant, in this case a secant x, and I can't use a Pythagorean identity then to get it in terms of tangent. So I'm going to have a little different strategy. I am actually going to look and let my u be secant x, because then my du, the derivative of secant, is secant x tangent x dx. So I'm going to actually split off one of these tangents and one of these secants so that I will have my dx. So I'm going to express this as the integral of tangent to the fourth x and then secant squared x, and then the ones that I've split off, my tangent x secant x dx. And that's going to be great because there is my du. Now I'm trying to get everything in terms of secant x, so I'm going to use a Pythagorean identity to replace this tangent to the fourth x, and we know tangent squared x is secant squared x minus 1. So if we take that and square it, we will have tangent to the fourth. Now let's express everything in terms of u here. So this is going to be u squared minus 1 squared, and then this will be a u squared, and then this is my du. Let's go ahead and multiply all of that out. If I multiplied this out, first term is going to be u to the fourth times this u squared will give me a u to the sixth. And the middle terms here, I'm going to have 2 minus u to the second, so that's going to be negative 2u squared times another u squared, so negative 2u to the fourth, and last going to be plus 1 times the u squared, so plus u squared du. So now I'm ready to do the integration. That's going to be 1/7 u to the seventh minus 2/5 u to the fifth plus 1/3 u to the third plus a constant, and then we are ready to resubstitute and have our final answer. So I've got 1/7 secant to the seventh x minus 2/5 secant to the fifth x plus 1/3 secant to the third x plus a constant.